Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the B10BLE garage, where I've done a little bit of work off camera involving some new VTAs and Renowns using the old model, and doom awaits us in the top left corner. Please be the marshals. Oh no, it's the Renown. It's the Renown. Oh dear. Oh, this is not fun at all. So this refers this refers to the old model of the Renown, i.e. this one. And this one, which I've just bought these ones, hence the O2 plate on the old model. Because I was short buses for the 105 and I was fed up of manually doing it with the 106 bus. Anyway. So yeah, every single one of these needs to be recalled, and they're going to take 18 hours at Volvo. Oh dear. That's bad. Oh no. Oh no. Right. Well. Yikes. Off you go. Off you go, off you go, off you go, off you go. Nope. Off you go, off you go, off you go, off you go. Off you go. Off you go. The more I can send off, the better. So, the game's had a moment. That's lovely. I wasn't planning on starting recording yet, but of course, something's gone wrong with the Renown. So that's fun. That is on the way to the bus wash. That's really late. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to send as many of these off as possible and get them fixed up so that hopefully we have not long... Oh no, it's the entire East Kilbride local fleet. The entire local fleet in East Kilbride also has to be recalled. Oh no. This is dreadful. And it's an environment day today. Lots of people want to use a bus. And we can't give them buses because these buses have been recalled. Oh dear. Oh no. This isn't good. I'm not enjoying this. Are there any more at the back here? Or are these the new model? Nope, they're the old model. I should have switched to the newer model sooner. Damn it. That's every single bus at this garage. There is no EK2 yet. However, there is a PO2. I don't think Paisley has any Renowns. I think they're B7 garage. Yes, they're B7 Stridents. Good. What about PY Shed 2, I believe? Yeah, they're the TTs and Darts and P7s. Clydebank are Darts and Tridents and Presidents. Hamilton are various different lengths of Trident and B7A Alex and the DXs. B10BLE 2 uses the new model for the Renown. Okay. So these don't need to go off. These are the new model. You can tell because they have shape. And then of course at the back end here we have B7s. Because Funnily enough, at the end of, like, last time that we bought buses for Polmody, this is Polmody switching to the B7, like, properly. Clydebank 2 is B7s. Indeed it is, and the Excel, which is currently out on shift. Very nice. So, that is a disaster. Right, so what I'm going to do is... Wait, what was I going to do today? I've completely forgotten. I think I was going to... Oh yeah, so at Clydebank Shed 2, we have a few spare buses branded for the 103. And we have this network coverage in Erskine thing that's been there for most of the series now, I think. And this is Erskine, and Inchinan's down here. So we're going to finally get that linked up. And it's not going to be anything really special. We're just going to start it from the town hall. But because this isn't a Glasgow route, I get to pick a new colour. How lovely is that? So, yeah. So, this is going to be the 441, I think. Or 4... no. I like 481. I was going to do 411, but I think it's too local for that. 481, Renfrew to Erskine. And we're going to go... I'm going to go with blue. Like a really sort of like a pale blue. Like that. I think that will go nicely with the orange. And we're going to start it there. And post me, if you don't mind. There is the 481, which I'm sure makes absolutely no sense to anyone except me, even after that time lapse. But there we are. There's the 481. Good luck. There's also a lot of bus stops, so I need to work out what all these roads are called and give them names. So, this is going to be one sizable jump cut. Not that it'll matter for you, every jump cut's the same length, that's kind of the point. And the 481 is now done. All the stops are named. In good, well, all the ones that were bus stop are now named. And we have the complex timetabling that I started doing in the last episode of South Coast. This is going to go from C Shed 2, and we'll activate it later. This route is quite complex, and I do just want to make sure that it's wanting the VW type vehicle group, because, you know, We have vehicles set aside. Well, accidentally set aside. That's the Geminis. Great. I now need to do this all one by one. So yeah, this timetable is quite complex. It runs every 20 minutes during the day, every 40 minutes evenings, and then every hour on Sundays. I think. Yeah, it's every hour on Sundays. So that's the gist. Sundays might run a bit late actually. I'm gonna... There we go. And we will activate the 481. I've been recording for so long, but so much of that's going to get cut out. Like, bruh. So, activate. So C-Shed 2 is up here and it's going to like use the motorway bridge that's over, hidden behind the new route button. I think it's there. Looks like it's there. So yeah. Right, the 481's now activated. I'm not a big fan of that colour, I won't lie. I'm going to go with something a little bit darker like that. That's sort of what I was going for. Basically, I was going for the colour that the 103 uses. Now, I have Renowns at OA that I need to deal with. And because of the scale of this recall, this is 174 vehicles. I'm not going to pull any punches when it comes to, you know, service running. You know, if it hasn't got a renown to run it, it's going to get cancelled. And that's just how it's going to go. Thankfully, OA doesn't have that many renowns, but yeah. This is going to be ugly for a bit. Oh, but you know what doesn't have to be ugly? The 481. Actually, I have kind of had an idea. Yeah, because the 104 isn't actually that busy. Oh, this is a cunning wheeze. Oh, this is such a cunning idea. Yeah, I have these... I have more marshals than I need. Okay, that one's going to get stretched a bit, but yeah. And I think I have more... And I don't quite... have room with... Oh no, what am I talking about? There you go. Right, but I need to go to C-Shed 2 to sort out the 481. Because we need some good in this. So yeah. I've been recording for so long, but we're probably like less than 10 minutes into the episode. Apparently I didn't even click shift scheduler, I was waiting for nothing. Right, C, that's C-Shed 1. C-Shed 2. Assign bus drivers to this depot. Do I have enough? I hope I have enough. I think I took on loads. Yeah, I must have taken on loads. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4. And I need 5. But that's fine, we can have one that gets shared. we might need two that get shared, but that's also fine. Wait, hang on, what was that? That was 1510. Yeah, that wouldn't have gone. But there we go. Let's head over to Erskine and just have a look at what's happening. Actually, no, let's go to PO, because that's where we have most renowns. You know what, while I was in the jump cut, I could have done anything. I should have used the jump cut to get some water. Right. Oh dear, there's a lot of bad happening. These buses that were meant to go on shift at 5 are still here. How many bus washes do I have? I've only got 3. Maybe I should have got more. Oh wait. Driving shift. In the depot. Off you go. Waiting for a bus wash. So I almost wonder what would happen if I let them, like, wait, what are my cleaning standards at? Staff. Settings. Okay, it's already at 80%. I don't really want it to get much lower than that. What do you say on the front? Is that Castle Milk? Yeah, Castle Milk St Martin's Church. Nope. Ah, it's so awkward when there's not. Like, it would be nice if you could see how many buses you've sent off, as well as, like, how many have been fixed. Because I don't know how many I sent off with the first sort of spamming all the buses thing. But, you know, waiting for the 481, which is going to be here, serving Erskine and in Jinnan. 9:05 from there. Next one from North Bar is at 9:57. When is the next 481 from here? No idea. But I think it's going to be there at 9:05. So let's have a little look. Actually, no, let's not have a little look. Let's go to Clydebank C2. Or C2? No. C, Shed 2, Clydebank, Shed 2. I know how to refer to my own garages, guys, come on. Now, which ones are which? Because they're in sort of any order. The 102s definitely won't be it. You're going at 9:30, you're going at 9:10, you're going at 15:10, you're going at 9:10, you're going at 8:50. Right, let's see when it goes. Which one are you? You are VW242. Oh, I've been hit by the game doing game things as I'm waiting for this bus to go out. Ooh, well, I saw it briefly And then the game decided to game. The next ones are the ones due out at 9:10, so... But then again, I want to see the route in service more than I want to see the destination blinds, and I think I saw that one anyway. I see it. There it is. It's going over the Clyde on the bridge. This is really laggy. I'm on 1x speed. I do know that the fact that I'm recording is affecting it, but still. So we'll be leaving Erskine. I forgot the name of this place already. I don't know where we are, but we'll be leaving this place soon. Yeah, there's a lot of really delayed things. Because of all of the issues at Polmedy. But the issues at Polmedy are very much not here right now. We are going down through the 481, our first route that is not Glasgow. And we're not doing too badly, really. I suppose it's very handy that we connect into the Glasgow network at Renfrew. And you can change onto the 11 at Renfrew, which goes all the way through Glasgow city centre and out the other side. So, you know, it's almost like I did a good there. The 481 is quite busy. It's the end of rush, or it's after the end of rush hour, and yet we are in the yellows going into Renfrew. Very nice. Oh. So, into Renfrew, and then we are the 9:40 from Renfrew back out to Erskine. Which is now very nice. So we start going out along the dual carriageway, and then we go all the way around the roundabout to head back towards Renfrew town centre, and then rejoin where we came, the way that we come into Renfrew from Erskine. And the game is running horrendously. That was one click on the mouse, like, scroll wheel. But the frame rate does seem to be a little bit less tragic, maybe? I don't know, it's still very hitchy. Oh, this is one hell of a hitch. Move the mouse, make sure the PC hasn't entirely frozen out. So, yeah, coming in through Inchinnan, we seem to be doing alright. And yeah, this route needs, I think it's 4 buses at a time. But I think, as you can work out from the way that we go through Erskine, we're not going to need many more local services in Erskine. In fact, I think I'm just going to have one more, and that's going to be the 482, and that's not going to go into Renfrew. The 482 is going to, if we just go over here for a while. Come on, game. You can do it. So the 482 is going to start from North Bar, head out to Bargaran, then out and along into Centreway, then it's going to go directly to here and around here. So it's going to take, or not out and along this way, it's going to go from North Bar down to Bargaran, then through the back way and around this main road all the way along, and it's going to turn back in a loop of this place. And that's going to be the 482. Maybe I make a 483 out of these two things, but I don't really know. I think they're better served with a mainline route, maybe. Like the route that comes along here, dive into this estate, and then hope that there's catchment radius that covers the rest of this one. Or the 483 just serves this one, I don't know. But that's going to be the Erskine network, at most 3 routes, and the 481 being the most frequent, which is every 20 minutes on weekdays and Saturdays. I should say, because just in case anyone's wondering, I've started doing my evening timetables Monday to Friday and Saturday, because the Monday to Friday timetables start 20 minutes earlier than the Saturday ones, which basically creates an additional, interval that is a normal frequency. So, if you like, the first evening bus on Monday to Friday, it could also be considered the last daytime bus, because it's left 20 minutes after the one in front. Whereas that's not the case on Saturdays. On Saturdays, it is 40 minutes after the last daytime bus. You get the first evening bus. The 8 is absolutely rammed. Oh, that's why. It's just coming out of Glasgow Central. The city centre is causing me problems. But it is nice to have the 481. It's very nice to have the 481. Where am I on time? I'm like an hour and a half into the recording, but I guarantee you that it's not an hour and a half into the episode. So, I've done a little bit of work off camera, and we now have 67 of 174 buses back. So things are very much starting to get back to normal, slowly, with the West Scotland. So I think I'm going to switch focus down to East Kilbride for a bit. And you might be wondering why East Kilbride is so densely covered in buses, and the reason is because down here we have Strathavan, which apparently is pronounced Straven, but I refuse to believe that. That's no, and several more no's. It's Strathavan, come on. It sounds so beautiful as Strathavan. Anyway, we're going to do the route 211, which will run from East Kilbride bus station down this way, and then either through White Hills like this, or just avoiding White Hills like this, down through Chapelton using the sort of local road, and then into Strathavan and doing the same loop that takes it off the map as the 311. And that will go from a new garage, which I should probably place. In fact, you know what, I'll place that New garage. Place that there. That is going to be all big. It would be nice if we could have some larger garages, you know, like a 150 or something would be quite nice. Because I don't think I'll need another 100 buses in East Kilbride, but another 50 might be very useful. Then again, I could have just made this a 50 size garage. Oh well. This is going to be EK Shed 2 and East Kilbride. There we go. So, I'm going to sort this in the off-camera bit when I make the timetable and stuff. But in the meantime, let's get the orange. Part of me wonders if East Kilbride should have been a separate colour, but eh. Copy that. On bus route. Wait for the game to get in gear. Come on, game. There we go. And this is going to be the 211 East Kilbride to Strathavan. Now we just need to wait for the game to respond. That's the one that just says East Kilbride, very nice. And this is actually going to come just straight out this way. And it's going to come straight down. And we're going to serve... Well, we're going to go down this road to start with. And then, I think, when PostMe takes over, we're going to serve White Hills. We're going to go the long way. So PostMe, if you don't mind. And there is the 211. So it just sort of snakes its way out of East Kilbride, then flings itself down the main road for Mostvale that uses the local road in Chapelton, and then just, you know, stops at Strathavan. The next link to Strathavan will be the 330, which will come down via Stonehouse, but I want to have the rest of Strathavan unlocked first. So this is all we do with Strathavan for now. Although we will be returning in relatively short order, hopefully. But now it is time for the massive jump cut where I make the route work. And the timetable for the 211 is now done. So it runs every half hour during the day, Mondays to Saturdays, every hour in the evenings, and on Sundays. And it has a vehicle requirement of 4, which will be run from EK Shed 2. And it looks like that on the map. Fills in this little gap in East Kilbride quite nicely. And having East Kilbride 2 allows us to explore this way a little bit. And I'm thinking of incorporating a service from East Kilbride to Newton Mearns, probably here, use these stops that I put in for the original 108, I think? No, the original 106. So that's going to... You know what, I'll do that now. I'll do that now. That's going to be the 212. I like that idea, and it means I can add more to the order for EK2. Because 4 isn't that many, really. So I'm thinking of taking it down this estate that's sort of... I don't know if you can see it there. I'm thinking of taking it down this way, these estates. They're like brand new. So I'm also kind of... I don't know. Do I take it down the brand new estates? Because they hook in quite nicely from here. Or do I take it sort of at the old edge of town? Because that way there's interchange here with services to Hare Myers. I actually don't know. Do I serve the new estates? Do I serve the new estates? You know what? No. East Kilbride to Newton Mearns. I think I ran out of characters for that, or did the game just have a moment? Ran out of characters. Okay, well, you get the gist. So yeah, post me. Well, we're gonna go out this way. I like the idea of heading out this way first. So post me, if you don't mind. And there is the 212 from East Kilbride to Newton Mearns via Eaglesham and Waterford, where I have done a little bit of a weird thing in Eaglesham, where we go all the way around the Orry, because I wanted to serve as much of Eaglesham as possible. And initially I wanted to see if I could come up this back road here to serve, the bit of Eaglesham where a lot of people live. But no, that's split into two massive cul-de-sacs right here. So that's not happening. But up through Waterford, across, and then into Newton Mearns like that, and around this estate clockwise. Now, Newton Mearns West Acres is the name of the thing. There it is. So let's rename this so that Newton Mearns \n, and then we want to use the rich text formatting that we learned a while ago to put small caps on and make them smaller still. Newton Mearns West Acres. Then we want to tidy up. Small caps. And size equals 100. You should always be putting your rich text formatting back as you back to standard, because it does ruin the rest of the game's interface. But there we go. That's that. I now need to go into the magical jump cut where I make it work. And the timetable for the 212 is done. So, let's assign that from Eco Shed 2, and I didn't check how many vehicles it needs, but I'll assume it needs 6. And then I'll add 2 to that order of 10 for good measure, and we'll have, therefore, a batch of 12. But we're not going to have a batch of 12, we're actually going to have a batch of 24. Because this is the final batch of B10BLE Wright Renowns for this series. Because it's 2002, and for those of you who didn't know, the B10BLE was discontinued in 2002 along with the Renown bodywork. Now sure, the Commander was basically identical and that hung around for quite a while afterwards. And then the Eco-Cities were bodied using cadets, I believe. So, you know, that's... Wright buses still looked a bit like Renowns for quite a bit. But the Renown itself died in 2002, and this is going to be the last batch for National Busways. So when the game's finished having a moment, let's buy that one last batch. And here is the final, well, one of the first 10 of the final batch of 24 of National Busways B10BLE Renowns. I was about to specifically say West Scotland, but that's not the case at all. I believe we're on 288 at the moment. Just gonna check. Yes. We're on 288 at the moment, so if I give this one 289, it'll go perfectly. Cool. And this is gonna get SE02 VWA. Because, you know, they're our last VWs. East Kilbride. EK. And I'll get these set up. And finally, we have SE02 VWZ, better known as VW312. And the destination display is not going to say EK East Kilbride, this is going to say VW, and it's going to say VW312. Ooh. B10 Renown 97 to 02. There we go. That is the last of them. There will be no more B10 Renowns this series. Maybe that's a welcome thing, maybe I went too hard on them. We have 312 vehicles in this class. But I will miss getting these. I think the Renown is an absolutely gorgeous bus. And I look forward to putting the rest of this batch to work on East Kilbride routes or further East Kilbride routes, because there will be some more lower frequency services. And there will also be services in sort of suburban Glasgow, in this sort of area. And who knows, maybe there's some regional route I can run. Probably not. There's like nothing down here, but we'll see. Now it's time to activate the 211 and 212, which are all the way over here. There they are, on page 7. So the first one is the 211 from East Kilbride to Strathavan, which is not on my screen. East Kilbride to Strathavan via Chapelton. Activate. Right, and now it's the turn of the 212 from East Kilbride out through this sort of outer East Kilbride area, through Eaglesham and Waterford, and into Newton Mearns. So, those are our two new East Kilbride services, and then if we have a look on page 8, we'll be able to see the 481. I think that's the only thing on that page, though. Yes. The 481 just sat there, looking like an absolute mess, but already making decent money. And there is East Kilbride. To be fair, I don't think there is much to add to East Kilbride's coverage. We will have work for those renowns, but just not yet, evidently. Let's go over to the shift scheduler. And I need to hire bus drivers. That's something else I need to do in a little jump cut. Mostly because it makes the annoying noises and I click through them quite fast and I don't want you to die inside. Because I'm nice like that. Right, so I've assigned all that I can from the new East Kilbride garage. So it's time to wrap up, I think. Oh, I'm pressing all the buttons. I'm pressing all the buttons and none of them are the right ones, and now the game's had a moment. So yeah, we're gonna start wrapping up. It is now 1:36 on the morning that this goes live. So you know, that's fun. And yeah. Right, so I've officially got about 3 hours of recording for this episode, but thankfully a lot of it is waiting for the game to do stuff. So I'm relatively confident that I'll be able to get it down to a watchable length for you guys. But recording CBM for 3 hours is not fun. As much as the game is fun and I really love playing the game, recording it for 3 hours is not. And the game's not having a good time either, so I wonder, would it be best if we just bask in the glory of the last renowned national busways we'll ever buy, brand new at least, and end it there? I hit escape like a solid couple seconds before the thing actually switched. Like, this is unplayable when it's running at the minute. But there. No, that's the start button, not X. There we go. So yeah, I'll end it there with our glory shot of SE02 VWZ, or VW312, the final National Busways B10 Renown. Bye bye.